Hey guys, Omni here. We are back for the full trailer for Chip 'n Dale Rescue Rangers. We reacted to the teaser trailer that came out. What, it's been about a minute now, hasn't it, since that came out? And it was definitely not what I was expecting when this whole thing was pitched originally. And it's kind of taking this more, I don't even know what else to call it other than it's very Roger Rabbit-esque with a little bit of like this kind of VH1 vibe to it, where they are actors that were playing on a show called Rescue Rangers, and this is kind of like their true story or whatnot. It's really interesting the way that they're kind of pulling it apart. And just looking at this trailer right here, again, we're kind of diving a little bit more into that Roger Rabbit-y kind of vibe, like the mix between animated characters and live action human beings, real people interacting and coexisting and whatnot in the same space. And I can already just see, just from the still, just the opening zero marker on this thing, that there's quite a few characters that I could just recognize already. But yeah, man, I'm very curious to see how this thing evolves, and it's definitely piqued my interest, especially after the last trailer, because it just caught me so off guard with the direction that it was going in. So we're going to go ahead and check this thing out, guys.
What's the first thing that pops into your head when I say Chip 'n Dale? I bet it's
Rescue Rangers.
Guys. But certainly the second would be
No.
those rascally cartoon chipmunks, Chip 'n Dale. What if I did something like,
I am into nuts.
Good, I love it.
Great stuff.
Just want to remind you guys I'll be at FanCon this afternoon. Hey, watch out! Keeping myself fit and, you know, my updated modern look.
Don't you think you'd have more fans here if Chip did these events with you?
I hadn't thought about him in a while. I should give him a call. See how life's treating him.
Life is the worst, which is why you need good insurance.
Oh my lord.
A message on my landline. I don't like that.
I know you're still mad about Rescue Rangers getting canceled, but I've just got a call from the police and I need your help.
That my best friend.
I searched the perimeter. No clues.
Why would there be? 6 missing tunes in a month and not one clue.
Wow.
Oh,
Oh god, Flounder.
Different.
It's no secret I had the CGI surgery. What's been up with you?
You know, this, that, other vague things to fill the space of this conversation.
Cool.
We can see what we can find out about
Keyblade!
so long to the
Holy
officer.
shit!
That's all we're
Oh, dude.
Saying the Rescue Rangers are back.
Dude. Yes. Dead and center, too.
Around where you don't belong, and I can't have that.
Run! I got him.
Was that a middle-aged Peter Pan?
Honestly, your weird dead eyes.
over here.
Dude, Rogueception.
This is awesome!
I was always more of an Alvin and the Chipmunks person. You.
Yeah, me too.
It was like professional. Same time. Jinx! You owe me a non-brand
Aw.
specific cola. What? That was crazy. Somebody call Guinness Book. This is incredible. Oh, we lost it.
Man, that cast too. It looks cute, man. It looks par for the course, but like I don't know, man. Is it meta referential overload? Nostalgic? You know, member berries? Maybe. Probably. But I don't know. They're putting their spin on it, that's for sure. And they're having fun with it, man. The like weird dwarven Seth Rogen character running into like a much better animated character. He also played like his Pumbaa. Man, there's like so much to go through in this. And holy shit, that one little clip of that like locker room or whatever, a bunch of like discarded props or whatnot. And there was just the Keyblade dead front and center. Hell yeah, man. That's like the second recent reference within a Disney show. There was the Proud Family had a reference where one of the characters was actually just straight up playing Kingdom Hearts in the show. And then what was it? One of the new Mickey episodes had had him carrying out a bunch of his old stuff in a box, and his Keyblade was in there. So some fun little nuggets like that. I just like this like real world, rough and tumble, down and dirty kind of schlubby lives a lot of these characters are kind of running through. Like just Flounder sitting on that chair and just getting scooped up into this whole thing. And then just Peter Pan having grown up and become this like disheveled, angry middle-aged dude who's just trying to stop them is kind of ridiculous. And then whatever that is, that amalgamation, abomination of a bunch of different characters slammed together that we saw a little glimpse of with the cat head, kind of like, damn, like just hunting them down or whatever's going on. Of course, they're after Gadget. I think, if I remember correctly, Gadget's been kidnapped, is missing, and that's the call from the police that he's talking about. I don't know. It could be very interesting. It could also be very cringy. It's just hard to say. And it's hard to say who this is actually for. Like, you could argue, I think you could make an argument that so much of the heavy reliance on the attachment to the Rescue Rangers makes this verge on, like, making you think it's geared towards people that maybe grew up with the show. But and same with the nostalgia bait that's sprinkled in throughout this, like all the references, the characters, and all that sort of stuff. That it's just like, I mean, it's not going to really click with a lot of people. Maybe that I feel like the tone of this is actually going for. But then again, it's got that like I said, like that kind of vibe about it that's more like lived in, more real world, grounded, kind of like blue collar kind of living. You know, they're down on their slump. They're dealing with, you know, real world adult problems that we would go through. So I'm just like, what is the target audience for this movie? I think that is the thing that like even like stumped me. And I don't think I was able to like properly like express my confusion with what I witnessed with the teaser trailer, because it definitely caught me off guard. But it definitely just makes me like really confused as to who this movie is for. Because I can see that they're trying to ride that line, but it's just like, I don't know if it's going to hit the mark for either audience, but we'll see. I will be watching it. I will be checking it out because it has my curiosity, to say the least. One thing, and I get why they did it, is because it's easier and it's as far as the animation goes, and it's not in every scene. But primarily, from what I've noticed just from clicking through this, not all of the 2D animated characters are displayed in 3D space, because you can tell there's a 3D CGI model for the Peter Pan and for Chip in this, because obviously they're putting that like 2D filter on it to where it looks, you know, they try to get that 2D feel across without actually having like a flat image on there that they're animating in, a la Roger Rabbit style. And it gives it that weird three-dimensional feeling, though, because it exists in 3 dimensions as we're watching it. So like it doesn't feel 2D animated, but there's like characters like in some of these scenes where they are definitely flat and you feel that 2-dimensional space. And it's just like comes off a little jarring to me. And it's just me in general, probably, because I just kind of pay attention to that stuff quite often. Like Flounder looked fine, like in the little bit he was in. Like he wasn't plagued with the same kind of like weird, uncanny 3D-ness that Chip has in his scenes, where you can tell it's a 3D model with like a 2D paint texturing over it. It just makes me wish they just went with, and I get why they did it. It's way easier to build this model and animate it like this than to go through it cell by cell, putting a 2D Chip in every scene with this 3D Dale. But like it just like comes off as like, I don't know, it hurts my brain. I just don't like it visually. But we'll see. Dale, I think he's fine. I kind of wish they would have just done them both like they've done Dale, at least. But I get it. It's part of the story they're trying to tell, and I can't really judge it too harshly until it's had its time to shine and speak for itself. Man, there's so many. I swear that is a Dragon Ball Z thing here in this shot. I'm just clicking through things now at this point and just kind of talking through my thoughts. So, guys, what did you think of this trailer? What do you think of the vibe, the tone, the feel? Sound off the comments. Let me know your thoughts down below. We'll carry on the conversation after the video. Feel free to join us in our Discord. We can talk about it there as well. Links to that and all my socials in the description box below. I hope to see you there. Guys, before we go, I want to shout out our channel legends, Manny Share, Ryan Karen, Jason Coleman, Philly Vane, York, Corey Scott, Mark, Grace, Mary Bradley, Nate Prouty, and Melita. Thank you guys, as always, for your continued support. But that's it for now, guys. I'll see you all in the next video. Take care, everybody.